Tonight, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Pickett back to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. This defense for the Vikings, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Fielded at the 43. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
They go play action with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Swift trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Swift again, pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift, and this time he is in.
Yes.
DeAndre Swift with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Can't give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Second down, here's Pickett. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Pickett will look to throw it here. This puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Pickett now on 1st down. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you could have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Back to throw, Pickett. Got a man, it's Brown. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Shoves him aside. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Hurts sets up to throw it. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
In motion left comes Williams. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He's got a man. Complete. The Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Pickett. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Nick Bosa, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 3rd and long for Pickett. Under pressure, they got him again. Micah Parsons, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
You call plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. There's Jefferson to pull that in. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big, big yardage.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Here's Swift. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Swift. That's rushing touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Vikings have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. And his stellar campaign continues. That now his 20th rushing touchdown on the year, a number that very few running backs have ever reached in a single NFL season. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the play action. Here's Hurts. Open man down the field. That's Ligon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Once again, it's Swift. 20! Touchdown, Vikings! DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 for here in this first half. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30. Now Hurts changing up the play. Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. So really the first speed. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They will run straight ahead with Swift.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
93 yards rushing for him in this one, and he is drawing ever closer to a 2,000-yard season. They run for the first time with Ty Chandler.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Ty Chandler.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Philadelphia. And now an audible here into something else. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds.
On 1st down, Hurts.
Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports.
Hey, we get it. No time to waste. Playoffs starting next week. We skip right over halftime. and get back to the action. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. Here's Hurts to throw. Complete to Addison on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Hurts.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Chandler will take this into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Got a man. That's Leggett. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties, and then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The end result, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take... And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. That pass caught. It's Williams. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Vikings. Jamison Williams, 75 yards. And the Vikings look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago. As they just add on to that big lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
123 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Another nice gain, 16 yards. There and a first down again. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week, and well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here, and they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 38. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's able to get it to the 33, good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the fourth.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It's a son on the inside handoff. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
To the air with McCarthy. His pass caught at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now McCarthy. This will be caught just inside the 10. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Third and goal, McCarthy. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. And Xavier Legette from 3 yards out. And the Vikings start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. McCarthy to throw on 1st and 10. Open man is Waddle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
A big pickup of 38.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with a big fourth-quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. That one looks like he'll throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Vikings, they make NFL history with this, their 17th win without a loss. A perfect 17-0 on the regular season. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, this loss will be the capper to what will be a disappointing 5-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA.